this is Jamie with Mint Magazine Westman. I'm here today with Andras Schram. He's from Calgary, and I'm not too sure if you've noticed, but in the last issue of Mint Magazine, there's a gorgeous article here about Andras and how he'll be coming to Brandon for a workshop for all the local photographers. So I'm super excited to have him come to Brandon. I've traveled to Calgary for a few of his workshops, and he's just been amazing, and it's really helped me take my photography to the next level. And I'd love to bring that to some of our Brandon photographers. So, Andras, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Perfect. Well, first of all, thanks, Jamie, for coming all the way here. I think that's amazing, and for attending those two workshops.
Absolutely,
that you've
they were
been.
great.
I thought that was fantastic. I'm always inspired by people like you, and especially when those workshops are meant for you so much, and now you're trying to give that opportunity to other people.
Absolutely.
So coming to Brandon, I think that's amazing. I've never been to that part of the of Canada, so I'm very, very interested and very, very excited to go there. And I think you have a new studio, right?
I do, yes.
That you just built, or is it finished now?
Well, I have the one location, so I have my main studio in there right now, and then in October, right when you're coming, we'll be having a new loft space, which is about 2,500 square feet of photo studio and boardroom space to be rented out. So it's a great place for creative people to come and try out their passions and learn and grow and just be a part of the whole creative community.
And our first workshop will be there.
Absolutely.
So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
With all the studio equipment, I think that's, see, my thing has changed so much. I've been in the industry for about 20 years, 18 shooting weddings, and then I kind of transformed myself into photographing more like portraits and editorials and fashion, and of course teaching, like lots of teaching in the last I would say about 15 years now, everywhere around the world, and I've been very fortunate to travel. I've been able to give my my thoughts and my all the education that I kind of like put together for myself, been able to disperse that to people, and it's been really helpful. So all the feedback that I'm getting, it seems that it has worked, and people are transforming their styles. And many times I think, and if you've seen that it's not necessarily about the technical knowledge, because to be honest, like as much as I can tell you guys how to work your camera, I kind of expect you to know how to obviously turn on your camera. We're shooting everything in manual. What's the aperture, your shutter speed, and your ISO settings, and those things, if you know how to use, then we can create the magic. So putting all that aside, what I emphasize more on, and what you see too, or saw, was the human connection, the human sculpting. So how to mold your people together, how to make it more personal, how to make it natural. Because I think that a lot of people seem to have a problem and have a hard time even touching or working with people. I get it all the time. I'm good. Like when I started out, I actually photographed homeless people, and I love that. I would sit down with them, I would talk to them, and I would connect with them. And once we've done that, I started to do some photos, and this was back in 2000, so we're still using film back then.
Right, for sure.
And I just fell in love with it. I'm very personal, and I think that has worked and made me who I am. Now, one thing that I think might be interesting for you guys, I've never taken any classes, I've never taken any schools, I've never taken any kind of workshops. I'm all self-taught, which is of course, it's kind of a unique thing for me, but there's many photographers that haven't taken anything. So I've developed that style that people liked, and I'm fortunate to have that. And then everybody's coming to the clientele is big. Like my wedding clients, my portrait clients, my editorial, my commercial clients, and also working for film sets now. They're really in love with that style that I'm doing, and that's a fortunate thing. So what I'm trying to do now for the last 10 to 15 years is give that knowledge over to people like you guys, and hopefully see you in Brandon, so that when you're coming in and you can learn all of that. So I said, like, shying away from the technical part, we're actually emphasizing lots on that human connection, the human sculpting, and the psychology behind the cool portraits and how to bring the couple together. The befores and the afters. So that's going to be exciting.
It will, absolutely. And that's one thing that totally drew me to your style, and was just that connection and just being able to see the emotion in the photos and be able to express that. It's amazing. I love it. And it's, it's not traditional. It's absolutely completely unique to everybody taking the class.
Yeah, and you know what? I think, as I always say, when people ask me, like, so talk about your photography, I can't really talk about my photography, because obviously for me it's kind of natural. I do it every day. But what I always say to people, like, go to my Instagram page. That's probably the best representation of my current work right now. for my portraits, for my editorial, for my film work. And of course you got the weddings too, but I've kind of like separated that, but we'll talk about it in the workshop, why we're doing those social media changes, because of the world being so fast in changing and the ideology and all of those. So we talk about that on our second day.
Absolutely.
When we're doing, you know, the post-production, the Photoshop, the social media, the branding, the marketing. And that's crucial when you are in business. That is really crucial.
Absolutely.
Right now, it's not just about photography, but it's how you behave after and how you're showcasing your work. So that all will be said on the workshop.
Right.
But before that, our first day is working with couples, working with individuals in studio, natural lighting, studio lighting, same as we have here. Trust me, it's the most easiest thing that you've ever seen.
Absolutely is.
People think that it's overcomplicated. Yeah, trust me, what we're even doing right now is we have this one background, tiny little space with a big softbox and an LED light. That's where you create
Absolutely.
magic. If you guys go to my Instagram page, and she will tell you at the end, it's Andras Schram, you will see the portraits that I've done, they're all done here.
Absolutely, and they're amazing. And you would think that he's rented an expensive downtown studio where he had the whole setup and everything, but yeah, he was able to get all of that in a small space just by knowing exactly the connection and what to use.
Absolutely. So I'm very excited to go and
Yes.
see you guys at the studio.
For
Very
sure.
excited to teach. So don't wait for too long. We have a special going on for this one, an early bird.
Yes, we
and
do.
after that, we're going back to our normal pricing. But trust me, this will be life changing for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, so contact me, Jamie at mintmagazine.ca. We only have a limited amount of space for the workshop because we do want to keep that one-on-one personal connection so everybody can get the attention in the workshop.
Thank you. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys in Brandon.
Okay, bye.
Take care.